We have the Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. This is your Week 3 2023 prediction and preview video. Hit subscribe button if you're new. Also hit the like button. Let's start off with the home team, the Las Vegas Raiders. Last week was terrible. This team lost 38-10 after coming out and surprising the Denver Broncos and winning that game in tremendous fashion. Last week was one of those situations. It was just a bad week. They were without Jacoby Myers. They couldn't stop Josh Allen. They could not stop the run. You're going to have to come out here and stop the run and be more aggressive and put pressure on Kenny Pickett. And I do want to start off with their defense. Their defense has been the Achilles heel of this team for the last couple of years. But they're going to have to come out against a Steelers team offensively isn't good right now. So go out there, put a lot of pressure on Kenny Pickett. Try to take the run game away from him if it does start to work. Crowd that line of scrimmage and watch out for George Pickens over top. Do not let him beat you over top and go out and you can be aggressive with this front. Robert Spillane is a former linebacker with this team, so he knows his personnel. He's the guy that led the team in total tackles last week. Go out. Blitz him if you need to. Same with Diablo as well. Go out there, blitz those linebackers, and make Kenny Pickett be confused at the line of scrimmage. Go out there and force the Steelers to adjust their game plan and try to beat you deep. And then when that happens, have safety help over top. I'm looking at a guy like Tyree Wilson as well to possibly have a big game in this game. The Steelers' offensive line is not the strongest right now. So if it's a way for the Raiders defense to show up and give this team some juice, this would be the game. But their defense has to step up, take the run away from Kenny Pickett, force him to beat you, and watch these playmakers in space. Another person to watch as well is Pat Freiermuth. He's a guy that can give these linebackers and some safeties some problems. Do not just go all in on George Pickens. Also be on the lookout for him as well. Now, offensively, Jacoby Myers is questionable for this game. He was out last week with a concussion because the Denver Broncos want to play dirty football week 1. They definitely need him. That's who Jimmy Garoppolo had his best connection with besides Davante Adams. Last week, Davante Adams did have 6 catches for 84 yards and 1 touchdown. He will be able to play in this game. He cleared concussion protocol. Get the ball out to him and try to run the football better as well. Last week, they could not run the football at all. Even though Jimmy Garoppolo did not get sacked, he did throw 2 interceptions, and he was 16-24 on the day, 185 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown. Their running game was just bad. Josh Jacobs had 9 carries and -2 yards. I don't expect for that to happen in this game. Try to come out, establish that run against a Steelers defense that's missing Cameron Hayward right now, and a Steelers defense that's going to be overly aggressive. You may be able to get some big plays in this game. Go and try to target Joey Porter Jr. and try to get some big things going down the field. Hit up these playmakers in space such as Davante Adams and Hunter Renfrow as well. There's no reason why Hunter Renfrow should only have 1 catch on the day and only 1 target. Go out there and give him the ball as well. I understand that Josh Jacobs had 5 catches for 51 yards, but go back, try to establish that run as much as possible to help out Jimmy G, and he should be in a good situation. This team has a lot of skill position players that are very good, but it all starts off with Jimmy Garoppolo and his connection with Davante Adams, the offensive line, protecting him away from this violent pass rush in Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt. So go out, protect Jimmy Garoppolo, establish the run, and then work off play action, take those one-on-one deep shots down the field. You can get some big plays against this Steelers secondary. Amari Cooper got a couple of them last week. There's no reason to why Davante Adams can't get some this week. Now let's talk about the Steelers. You're coming off a very ugly win against the Cleveland Browns. It was a very impressive win for the simple fact the offense had little to no juice. Kenny Pickett has to come out and play better, but most importantly, Matt Canada, call some better plays, baby. Get Najee Harris going north and south. Stop running him laterally, especially against this defense. This should be a game to where the Steelers come out and they should be able to put up a lot of points. In the Steelers' sake, when I say a lot of points, I mean 14 points. That's a lot of points for this team. This is a team that's averaging 9.5 points a game. Go out, establish the run, and be dominant up front. I think this is the game that they need to come out and start Broderick Jones at that tackle position. Get Dan Moore out of there. Put Broderick Jones at the tackle position, establish the run, and take some shots down the field to George Pickens. George Pickens was phenomenal last week for this team. He had 4 catches for 127 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. Get him the ball as much as possible on crossing patterns, on screen plays. Do whatever you need to do. Move him around. Put him in the slot if you need to. Get him the football against this Raiders defense, and you could be in a very good situation. Obviously, this team is without Deontay Johnson for this game in the next couple weeks. He's still recovering from a hamstring injury, but you have Calvin Austin III as well. Use him as a decoy. Have him run deep, and if the team doesn't respect it, take those shots deep to Calvin Austin, but take some more shots deep and run the football effectively with Jaylen Warren and Najee Harris. The offensive line has to be key in this game as well, because the Raiders pass rush could be sneaky and they could try to beat you with time possession. Now, this defense is phenomenal. Alex Highsmith had a pick 6 last week. TJ Watt had a scooper score last week. Go out there and put pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. Make Jimmy Garoppolo life a living hell up front, and be very cautious with how you treat him up front as well, because when you get overly aggressive, you could compromise the middle of that defense that's without Cameron Hayward right now, but Larry Ojobi held it down last week. I expect for this team to go out there, put a lot of pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo, try to take the run away, and then try to press up on the wide receivers. I wouldn't do that. I would not press up on Davante Adams. I would pay very close attention to Davante Adams, but put pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo, make life hard for him, and you could be in a very good situation. I have the Steelers winning this game. This is my first time picking the Steelers to win a game this year. I have the Steelers winning this game 17-10. But let me know in the comment section below, who do you have winning this game, the Las Vegas Raiders or the Steelers? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.